All right, 3, 2, 1. I wanted to first start by saying what an honor it's been to be able to spend the last 2 years with everyone here. Thank you for everything that you have shown and taught me. As I've been navigating this transition period in my life, a question that I'm asked often is, now that you're finishing here your time at Georgetown, was it worth it? And I wanted to first start by saying what an honor it's been to be able to spend the last 2 years with everyone here. Thank you for everything you have shown and taught me. As I've been navigating this period of transition in my life, a question that I'm asked often is, now that you're done with your time at Georgetown, was it worth it? And so as we sit here together, days from our graduation, I wanted to take this time to reflect on that question. Was the time you spent here worth it? And so to contextualize this, I wanted to provide a story. While I've loved taking classes in Healy and Carbarn and the Levy Center, I've always found the most resounding lessons to come from nature. And so a little over a month ago, I moved into my tent in the woods near Great Falls. And on one of my first nights there, I experienced what I would consider one of the scariest moments of my life. A light drizzle that started when I was about to sleep quickly turned into a thunderstorm. And the combination of the heavy downpour, my tent barely staying up, and the ominous sounds that moved from the dense forest to my right into the great opening where the Potomac River flows on my left kept me up all night. And so as I retell this story, I wish I had that story that I could say that I bravely left my tent to assess the risk and that I developed a backup plan. But no. It really was one of the most scared I've ever been, and so I stayed in my tent, wrapped my blanket tightly around me, and just closed my eyes, hoping that it would end soon. But as I spent more time reflecting on that experience, I just couldn't wrap my mind around something. In that particular situation, I felt the plight of the early humans who came hundreds and thousands of years before us, in that we both didn't have the knowledge or the tools to overcome our environmental challenges. And so how is it possible that humanity went from that little comprehension of the world to somehow having the answer to so many of our questions just a few clicks away on our phones? We went from complete ignorance to understanding the inner workings of complex systems, from the smallest subparticles to the largest galaxies, primarily fueled only through our ability for curiosity, ingenuity, and perseverance. And so for every issue that battled humanity, we are split into two groups. A group that runs away, hides, and closes their eyes tightly, hoping that things fix themselves, just as I did. And those who run towards the problem, pull out whatever tool they have accessible at that time to observe, analyze, and creatively design a solution. And it is upon the shoulders of these brave people that we stand tall here today at Georgetown. And while these people have already dealt with many of the existential threats that belittled humanity for so long, we now have to deal with the new phase of human destruction, be it through climate change, massive economic instability, or unseen ramifications from rapid developments in artificial intelligence. All these global problems require global thinking. It requires a mixing of ideas and thoughts from varying cultures, backgrounds, and philosophies. For these are not problems that can be solved by one person, one country, or even one generation. And so with this in mind, when I think back to my time here at Georgetown, I look across this room and I see faces from across the planet. Over these past 2 years, these halls have facilitated thousands of conversations in which some of the most brilliant minds have discussed these prominent issues. Whether it was through our classes in quant, economics, public policy, or statistics, we were able to build lenses to better understand the problems in front of us. The transference of ideas and thoughts that happened here connect us intimately to those who walked through these halls before us, pondering the same questions. Why do we suffer? What is the purpose of our lives? And what am I meant to do carrying the burden of it all? And so as I look around here, I don't just see the faces of future politicians, researchers, nonprofit starters, and professors. I see the brave faces of those who have willingly come forward to carry the torch forward for humanity, in desperate attempts to move an inch closer to understanding the universe and our role in it. A torch that carries with it immense responsibility and accountability. In choosing to spend our time here at Georgetown, we have trained our ability to think, analyze, research, and communicate our ideas. We have collectively chosen to no longer be that scared boy that was in his tent afraid to open his eyes to the storm, but to be the one who walks towards it, in hopes that by understanding its origins and motivations, we can prevent the same pains of existence for those who follow us. And so whether we live in a disinterested universe or not, I can't tell. But the one thing that gives me solace is that after coming to Georgetown, I know that I'm surrounded by people who will not shut their eyes to the pains of this world. That I am surrounded by people who will devote their lives to searching endlessly for some answers, be it through their career, their artistic creation, or their philanthropy. That I am surrounded by people that will let the universe know undeniably that we are here, that we are alive, that we will trek forward, and most importantly, that we will not quit. And so as I leave Georgetown, I know one thing, and that's that there is no one else I would rather share this responsibility than with you all. Thank you.